My girlfriend's billionaire father thought I was just another gold digger until he discovered what I actually did for work. When I started dating Sarah, I had no idea her dad owned hotel chains across 3 continents. She'd casually mentioned her family had money, but I wasn't prepared for their house that looked like something from Architectural Digest. The driveway alone was bigger than my apartment complex. Family dinners felt like board meetings where everyone casually mentioned their private jets and vacation homes in Switzerland. Sarah's mom would discuss her charity galas while her brother talked about his Harvard MBA like it was nothing special. I'm a mechanic. I showed up to these dinners in my $20 Target shirts while they discussed $1,000,000 art pieces. I felt like an alien who'd crashed the wrong party. The silverware had more value than my car. Her dad barely acknowledged me for months, just polite nods and cold handshakes when I'd arrive to pick up Sarah. I could see it in his eyes. Another broke kid trying to marry into money. The way he'd look me up and down made my skin crawl. Sarah's younger sister would smirk whenever I walked into a room, like I was entertainment. Even the housekeeper seemed to judge my worn-out work boots tracking across their marble floors. Then came his 60th birthday dinner. The guest list read like a Fortune 500 directory. I was planning to make an excuse and skip it, but Sarah begged me to come. She bought me a new suit and everything. After dinner, while everyone mingled with champagne flutes, her dad asked to see me in his office. My stomach dropped. This was it. The conversation I'd been dreading. He was going to offer me money to disappear from his daughter's life. His office was intimidating. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, awards everywhere, and a desk that probably cost more than I made in 6 months. Instead of the bribe speech I expected, he asked about my work. I started talking about engine restoration, expecting his eyes to glaze over like everyone else's did, but something strange happened. He leaned forward, genuinely interested. "You rebuild classic Mustangs?" he asked, his whole demeanor shifting. I had a 67 fastback in college, candy apple red, worked on her every weekend in my dorm parking lot. I couldn't believe it. This man who owned hotels worldwide was talking carburetors with me. Turns out before building his empire, he'd been a mechanic too. Worked at his uncle's garage through college to pay for books. We talked for 3 hours about compression ratios and the perfect throttle response. He showed me old photos from his phone, him covered in grease, grinning next to that red Mustang. As I was leaving his office, he said something that changed everything. "You know why I like you? Everyone in this house asks about my money. You're the only one who talks to me like I'm just another guy who loves cars." A month later, he called me out of nowhere, said he'd found a perfect location for an auto shop, and wondered if I'd be interested in a partnership. Not because I asked, because we shared the same passion for bringing dead engines back to life. He co-signed the lease, helped with initial equipment costs, and even sent some of his wealthy friends my way when their vintage cars needed work. Now I run the most successful luxury car restoration business in the state. My client list includes celebrities and collectors who travel across the country for my work. And every Saturday morning, my billionaire father-in-law shows up in old jeans and steel-toed boots to help me work on classic cars. Sometimes the richest people are the ones who never make you feel poor.